man. Fucking blunt burning, fucking sideways.
What's the worst?
I just thought about this shit is I've been trying to control the flame on this motherfucker.
It should be the worst. Just put that shit out, start over here.
I've been thinking about that shit for the past 2 minutes.
What's up? It's your boy Camo the Mano on another rendition of the Two Ninja Kickback segment, gaming edition, back in the building. My man, Two Phone Tone, is in the building.
Yo.
Got another one for him. What's up with you, Tone?
Ain't shit, man. Just smoking some good fucking weed, ready to fucking pod, talk about some games and shit. You feel me? And Gamescom was upon us a couple weeks ago and shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any standouts to you?
It's a few. I ain't gonna sit here in front of you. Making me want to get a new fucking console now and shit. I can tell you that for sure, so I can appreciate this motherfucking shit. I ain't gonna lie. Sony got a hitter for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah.
What you got in your scope?
Shit. Let me pause this CKO real quick. Yeah, because I might actually have to get in my note bag on this one for real. What is this shit called? Sifu?
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, Seafood looks fucking amazing. Even from when they first showed that shit on E3, that shit looked cool. But I like how they got more like in depth with the trailer and shit like that.
Right.
So like, I'm definitely here for that shit. And like, let's be honest, like niggas need some type of beat 'em up game for real. You feel me? Like,
I think we was just talking about that shit.
Yeah, like
we just was saying they need to come back to that.
Yeah, just to that essence, you feel me? Not even like on some Double Dragon type shit, but like on some just like a nigga running through the streets just giving niggas hands for real. You feel me? Like
something you can jump on, whip some ass, unlock some cool shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And the beauty about Sifu is it's just that shit. It doesn't look too serious for you not to take that shit serious, but like you can see the action inside that bitch. Like the mocap in that motherfucker is truly there. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're going with.
Mm-hmm.
I like those type of games.
I love them too. You feel me? It kind of remind me of Sleeping Dogs a little bit. Like, remember how Sleeping Dogs kind of had that shit?
Yeah, hell yeah. When Sleeping Dogs first came out, it kind of reminded me of True Crimes a little bit.
I think it was like a successor to True Crimes or some shit.
Oh, was it really? That's dope.
Yeah.
I like when games be doing little homages and shit like that. I feel like I never really looked to Gamescom for the heat. Like, you know what I mean? Usually they have like maybe a couple handful of AAA titles, something like that. But I think they all in all showed like just a rich, library of different games and shit like that. Showed us a couple reasons and why we should probably be upgrading pretty soon. And I think Microsoft even came out and was showing this new limited edition Halo console that comes with the special edition Elite controller. Like, and I'm like, yes. See, me personally, I've never ever been able to buy a special edition console because I'm always an early consumer of it. But now that it's like the copies are being back held and all that other shit, like this is what I was waiting for. Honestly, I was waiting for the Gears of War editions to drop, the Halo editions to drop, all of that shit, where you get the cool controllers and all that other shit. Like that, like you kind of get shit on for being an early adopter sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean, even when it comes to just like the tech itself, you feel me? The hardware itself, for real, it's kind of faulty and shit. Like you can never trust any type of technology when it's the first rendition release. You feel me? Like
you look at the 360, man. Like you go back to
I
that.
was just
like
about to say that, like the 360 and the notebooks. You remember all them shits? You feel me?
You know, some of them didn't have HDMI ports.
Oh yeah. Mine was one of them. I had an Elite.
You had to get the connector.
I had the black Elite. Yeah, I had the original black Elite that didn't have an HDMI port.
That's crazy. I had I had got the what was it called? The Core Edition. They had the Hardcore Edition and the Core Edition. I got the Core Edition and just bought an upgraded hard drive, but my shit came with an HDMI port. That was the craziest shit ever to me. Like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to get HDMI. I looked on the back and it was on there. I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw like it said some models have them, some models don't. And I was like, hell yeah, I got saved.
Shit, you a lucky nigga, my nigga.
But yeah, I was seeing that shit blowing up on the internet and shit. Even the controller looks fucking spicy. I'm like, damn, yo, look, I started cheesing and shit. Like, got me a little box, started throwing my little ones and twos, you know what I mean? Tossing a couple dollars in that motherfucker. Like, damn, I can get that and another controller. That was looking like a bet. I really want to see if they're gonna do a Gears of War or a Forza edition, because I think they always go stupid with the Gears of War ones, yo. Like I
That
hate
is
the
true.
fact that I've never owned the Gears of War console, because they go bananas with them bitches.
Yeah, whether it's the fucking chainsaw just ripping through a
Yeah.
motherfucking type shit for the. I ain't gonna lie, like Gears of War do have like some of like the sickest graphic designs when it comes
Yeah.
to shit that you could actually.
They had
apply to
some
shit.
of like the best designs, best logos, best color
Yeah.
schemes. Like that's just a
My
fact.
Elite was full of nothing but Gears of War stickers, yo.
Yeah, like that little skull. I don't know who the fuck designed that skull with the red shit, but that shit is out of here.
Thank you,
Like,
sir. Yeah.
yes, standing ovation to you, my man, because you definitely designed one hell of a fucking design, my nigga.
Mhm.
That shit is
That's
so
almost
ominous,
synonymous
yo.
with the Elder Scrolls Dragon. As soon
Yeah,
as you see the Elder Scrolls Dragon, you know a motherfucker plays fucking Skyrim and shit like that.
yeah, like I'm excited for that shit. Like once I seen that shit, I'm telling you, yo, like I got super hyped. I was like, fuck yeah, yo, because that shows me that they have enough stock to then start doing limited runs or like custom joints. That means they must got a whole warehouse sitting somewhere that they get ready to drop on niggas too.
It's a couple thousand sitting in a circumference somewhere. You feel me?
Gotta
They just
be,
sitting
yo.
waiting. They just sitting and waiting.
Has to be, yo.
And
I
they
don't
know this
believe
is
you
the hype
niggas.
beast era for sure. So you know niggas is gonna be collecting novelties.
Hell yeah, like I'm one of them, yo. Like I'm like I
Shit,
can't
I'm
even
about to be
explain
one
the
of them
excitement,
niggas.
bro. Like I'm like when I seen that shit, bro. Like I'm like, fuck yeah, yo. Like I in my life, because you can never justify, especially like teen to mid, like early 20s or whatever. You can't really justify going out and buy the same exact Xbox because it looks different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of got to upgrade when they did the mid console refreshes, where it was like, yo, we're gonna upgrade the software, hardware, all that shit. Or like you have times where you might go to a slim model, but you're not going to go out and buy the exact same Xbox because it has a different picture design.
That is true. And nigga will at least wait for the different faceplates to come out with some shit.
Right. It's like, and it's like it's bad because it's like you could probably get an extra game thrown in there. You probably gonna get a cooler controller. All of that shit for just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you really think about it, that's the smoothest move. Because you know that's what they do for the holiday anyway, for real.
Bruh, and Microsoft looking out like a motherfucker. Yo, like the announcement of them saying that they putting xCloud on consoles,
On the
like
console.
that's
Yeah, like
brother.
that's fucking
You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, like now when it comes to that, like fuck a storage, you feel me? Like what the fuck I need that shit for now? You feel me? Like I basically got Dropbox in my shit now, my nigga. Like
if you can handle like the 1080p versus like the 4K or whatever, like it's like yo, you probably can ride that wave even longer than predicted, because it's like yo, you gonna be able to play serious X games on your fucking original joint. So it's like, yeah, it's probably gonna be like, but they saying 1080p 60 frames per second. If that shit running flawless like that, and you think about it, like you ain't gotta worry about no crazy connection because it's being ran through your Xbox, how hard, you know what I'm saying? Shit gonna be flawless.
certain little skip times and shit like
Shit
that.
gonna be
When the shit break
flawless,
down
bro.
like in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking worst part about trying to stream a video game. Nigga face look like a damn potato one scene. Shit super crispy the next scene. You like, what the fuck? God damn, this shit buffering. But like I think what Microsoft is doing and what they trying to do, pushing toward the future, is just amazing. Not to keep tooting these niggas horns. You gave these PlayStation niggas some shine earlier in the show. You said you
Oh
would get
yeah. You feel me?
But I just
Had
think
to.
that's dope, yo, because it's like they're not forcing you to upgrade. It's like there's no reason to really upgrade unless you're really ready. Like, I mean, of course, you're probably not gonna get the full library on the series, probably certain titles, but still, something better than nothing. Like, you remember when you couldn't even talk to your friends via backwards consoles and shit?
Oh my god, nigga, what? 360? I ain't gonna lie, when all y'all niggas went to the Xbox One and I was still on the 360, yo, I felt alone like a bitch, yo.
Alexa, play
I felt
Akon.
alone and shit. Nigga, what?
Nah, it'd be like that. That should definitely be like that.
I see all my niggas on Battlefield. I'm like, damn, I got Battlefield, but I can't talk to niggas. I can't even play with niggas.
Right, I can't even be in the lobby with niggas and be on a different map. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Can you talk to? Do they have backwards chat compatibility on PlayStation? I'm sure they do, right?
Nah. I think that's why they be telling niggas. I think that's why a lot of them PlayStation niggas was coming up with the memes, saying if you got a motherfucking PS4, we can't be friends no more, type
Maybe,
shit.
yeah. That could be why they looked into that acquisition of Discord as well, too. Come to think about it, like because
Possibly.
PlayStation did make that play for Discord. That could be a great way to keep the communities connected. I'm not sure how it works on the console, but I know when I play on like the PC, I'll play certain PC games and it'll automatically ask me if I want to jump into certain Discord channels and shit.
Mm.
So I'm wondering if maybe like PlayStation has it set up like that too, like you playing crossplay maybe, or you trying to talk to one of your friends that's on the older console and trying to play. Like that'd be a good thing for like that situation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, because all in all, you feel me, niggas still can't afford, or niggas, it's still hard to even get one of the new consoles nowadays and
Yeah,
shit.
and
It's
it's
helpless.
nothing wrong with being a smart consumer and not paying $800-900 for that shit. Like you
Oh,
okay if
facts.
you want to sit back and play all the games on Game Pass that Microsoft is supplying for niggas, all the new shit that's coming out. Like it's a good time to be a gamer right now. Like just in general, like
It really fucking is, bro.
plenty
Like,
of games to play. Like so many different ways to play. We got mobile, we got PC, we got the regular consoles. Like this shit is amazing, yo.
other than that, the future titles that's coming out, I ain't gonna sit here in front of you, bro. Like, Ubisoft might actually come out with a W for 2022.
Ubisoft always in the running, yo. Ubisoft
They
used to be
always in the
really just
running.
cracking heads with Activision back in the day, but
Yeah,
they fell
yeah.
back a little bit.
They could have secured it with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I think with this one, Ubisoft is really gonna take it with Assassin's Creed. With the new one, they're in fucking Japan. The one game niggas been fucking asking for I don't know how long now. You feel me? Is a fucking Assassin's Creed in Japan. Like you can't have a fucking Assassin's game and not be in Asia. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's impossible. So it's finally fucking here. I'm excited for this shit, my nigga. Like I don't know about how other niggas feel about Assassin's Creed, but I fell off after motherfucking. I really want to say Brotherhood
I fell off after the
or
pirate,
Revelations.
whatever the pirate joint was.
Oh, Black Flag. I ain't gonna lie,
That
that shit
was
was ass too.
that's yeah, that shit was doo doo, yo. I was mad as shit playing that shit. Like this ain't it.
I was like, what the fuck, yo? I can't even throw one of these swords at the nigga. I'm forced to dual wield. What if I want to just duke it out with a nigga?
I've never really cracked fully into the Assassin's Creed series. I think my favorite one was probably two. But like other than that, like this sounds actually interesting. Like you said, that's something that everybody been clamoring for. Like I even said that like back in the day, like yo, they should do this over in Japan somewhere or something like that, with like assassins or some shit, like ninjas or some shit. Like what's going on?
Yeah,
Like
cause you get the feel like it kind of cause when you running through the cities of Italy as Ezio and shit, you kind of get the feel
yeah,
like
getting
yo,
your
this could be some
parkour.
ninja shit.
Like especially how everybody was in Naruto.
Oh yeah,
At
Naruto
that
was the
time,
top
yo.
anime
Yeah,
at the
at that
time. You feel me?
boy, that shit would have sold like hotcakes, yo. Hot
Especially with the
cakes.
multiplayer, they had the little cat and mouse multiplayer shit going on and shit. Now when you throw that shit in Japan, it's just samurais, Shigoki warriors, and all types of shit, nigga. Like, man, let's
Fire.
let that shit go. Come on now, nigga.
But I don't
I ain't gonna lie,
understand
I
how
was
niggas
kind of
don't even
pleased
see
with the
that shit.
Egypt shit.
That shit wasn't bad. But I don't even see how niggas don't even be like foreseeing some shit. Like I guess you gotta wait. Sometimes you definitely gotta wait till you can like really, really probably encapsulate your vision because like that shit wouldn't have
Yeah,
smacked how it smacked. It's probably gonna smack now. Back then.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, visually, because
Yeah,
for one,
exactly.
I've been inside like my Japanese appreciation bag when it comes to video games lately. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, Tenshu, all that shit. You feel me? I've been digging in the PS2 bag lately.
That's probably why we getting all of this shit that we getting now from Assassin's Creed. They see how that shit's selling.
Facts, facts, facts. I mean, and when you look at the aesthetics of like certain time periods of Japan itself, you feel me? Like just seeing motherfucking sakura blossom trees, cherry blossom trees, you
Yeah,
feel me? All types of shit in the backgrounds and shit. Like it's hella iconic viewpoints and battlefield points that these niggas can go off of. You feel me? Certain
yeah,
time periods that they can play off of. Like Edo period, Japan with assassins will be fucking filthy.
exactly. I think they knew that all along. They just didn't want to put it out yet.
Yeah.
Like it's hard not to see like a home run, like certain shit that's just like, yo, how have you niggas not done this yet? Like, like for instance, Saint Row. How hasn't Saint Row gone back to what the community love, yo? Like I don't
Just
see how.
gangster shit and
Like
hood shit.
I don't understand it, yo. Have you said? Did you get a chance to see that trailer? Like the whole community's divided right now. Some people giving them a chance, some people completely off of it.
I ain't gonna lie. For the first 3 days, I was for it, and then I watched the trailer again, and I was like, "This ain't my Saints Row."
It's
You
just,
feel me?
yeah, but it's
Like
like,
I don't know, like whether it was the updated shit because it is a reboot, and I think it is a different studio that is taking charge on it, right?
I probably so.
So with that being said, it could just be a different creative direction, but like with all the goofy shit that Saints Row been synonymous with in the recent years, I'm kind of scared if they would fuck up like a legitimate Saints Row game. Because to be honest, 1 and 2 was like the best ones in my opinion.
Two was doo doo to me. I think one was probably arguably my favorite one of all
I
time.
say 2 was cool because of the online feature. You feel me? I actually got to play with my niggas online and shit. You feel me?
Right, right. I hated that shit. That shit was garbage to me. Like everything about it, I hated Saint Row 2. Like that shit was terrible to me.
It wasn't even an upgrade to be honest. It was
The
just
coolest shit was probably the single player to me. I guess like playing a co-op shit.
mm,
But I don't know, man. Like I just like if you look at Saint Row 1, they didn't have like that goofy ass element.
nah. It was all serious.
Like your character didn't even talk. He was that much of a killer. Nigga didn't even say nothing.
Oh man, the silent protagonist, man. Shouts out to Claude Speed for because Grand Theft Auto is another one that lost their direction. You feel me when it comes to shit like that, and like Saints Row was like meant to combat Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto at one point. You feel me?
And like niggas was calling it a GTA clone when it first came out. Like, oh man, that shit come out of GTA. Also Xbox exclusive, by the way. So it
Oh
came
yeah,
out like, and it was like there was no bullshit about the game. Like you know when you first start the game, you walk minding your business, some shit pop off. You know what I mean? Niggas like, yo, you might as well get down with us, bro. It's treacherous out here, kid. It's like, you know what I
hmm
mean? Even from that, and it's like you building up your territory, you doing your thing like that. Nothing in that game was fucking around. Like it was like
it wasn't.
a real tale. The story was actually pretty decent. And then it was like 2, they started with the zany shit, and 3, they just took it the fuck out on some whole other planet.
Yeah, niggas started becoming the president, all types of shit for real. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, I just didn't. I don't know. Like, and it's not the shit on people that actually like that game. It's just for a nigga like me, growing up and actually know what the fuck Saints Row was, and my Saints Row not being my first Saints Row not being 2 or 3. It was kind of like it was a smack in the face in a way. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. It's like Saint Row is like the fucking Fast and the Furious of gaming, yo. Shit started off
Oh,
serious and they just kept getting away from it themselves, yo. They made Johnny Gat like the fucking Vin Diesel of the situation. This nigga was just this
yo,
superhero criminal nigga. Like this shit was just ridiculous, yo. Like the
this
whole
nigga
game
Johnny
became
Gat
redundant.
had the most tragic fucking story, and when he finally died, yo, I ain't gonna sit here in front of you, yo. I felt like he could be at peace because him and Keisha is somewhere living it up in the afterlife. You feel me?
Listen, yo.
But
And
yo,
I feel like they defamed who Johnny Gat was. Like, that nigga was
facts.
that was your like you feel me?
That was my nigga, yo. Like,
That was Tommy from Ghost, yo. It was that shit from Power, yo. That was my
facts.
guy. It's like how they play on fucking Soap and like Captain Price and Call of Duty. It's certain beloved characters, bro, and they just like,
hmm
come on, bro. You show me Johnny, I gotta go grab this, yo. And then you get it, and it's like, yo, why the fuck am I out here fighting aliens as the president? What's going on? Like, what am I really doing right now?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I remember once niggas told me, yo, Saints Row 3 had like a giant dildo you could beat niggas with. I completely signed off. Even though San Andreas had the double sided that you could get inside the prison for real.
That was
But
more
like,
like eyes wide shut type shit. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
like Saint on
Like
fucking
you just walk
GTA.
up in the prison, you randomly seen that shit for real. Saints Row, like that was literally a fucking item that a nigga carried.
Niggas was
Like,
doing OD with that shit. And but then you look at like where GTA at now, it's just like they kind of bit off of those same elements. Like, but you know what's
yeah,
funny? It's because it's like It's that thing that gamers do. You know when you in like let's say Red Dead Redemption, you playing Red Dead,
Mm-hmm.
you sitting there thinking like, damn, I wish I could explore this world in a car. Then you play GTA, you in a car, you like, damn, I wish I could fly around like Superman. You start flying around like Superman, like, damn, you see what I'm saying? It's like it's always that next thing, and then when somebody really makes it, it's just like this ain't really what I wanted. This shit is doo doo. It's like I thought I wanted this shit, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Because I remember thinking that shit of GTA, like, oh man, they should have it so like you could have flying cars and all that other shit. That shit is fun, but they should separate it because, you know what I mean, it takes away from the element that you get dropped in there too. Like when you play in GTA, sometimes it's like, you know what I mean, you got a character that you kind of playing through in that shit. As soon as you touch down, you feel me? Like you getting your shit, you might get on that one, take something out the garage and ride around the city. You feel me? Or you might get on there and pull some big shit. I want to go run down on niggas.
Yeah. Shit, I ain't gonna say in front of you since we on the subject of like the original Saints Row and shit like that. Like my whole thing is in the reboot, if they bring back the original voice actor for who was it? Was it Julius? Was the nigga that ran the Saints?
Yeah, I believe his name was Julius. Yeah,
If they bring back my nigga Keith David, yo, then they might got something.
they got to.
They have to bring back Keith David and my nigga Daniel Day Kim as Get.
Who's who's the head leader of the Yellow Gang on that shit? He had it was a real predominant voice actor for that dude too, Benjamin King.
Mm.
Whoever was playing him, they got to bring Benjamin King back too.
Facts.
But all of that shit, bro. Damn, that was a good game, yo. That was
It was,
really a
bro.
good game, yo. Like
It was.
And then you know what's crazy, yo? Like it's like it really, really didn't get enough prominence because I feel like either a lot of people didn't have Xboxes at 360s at the time or they skipped over that title at the time. But coming off of like the PlayStation 2s, the Xbox OGs, into playing something like that, GTA not out yet, that shit was amazing, bro. Like that shit was amazing. That shit came out before GTA 4. I mean, they kind of dropped the ball not having motorcycles on there. That should have been a given. But I wasn't mad at it. It was a pretty good game. The city felt a little small.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm trying to think what a wackiness came into play. I'm thinking about the game. I know online they had an element of wackiness to it. Like Protect the Pimp or something like that. Blinged out rods, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but like gamers in itself make the shit wacky. I feel like if you just leave it to the community to make the game wacky itself, we're going to find a fucking way. Like Call of Duty and Battlefield is a serious fucking game, but like niggas found a way to make the shit wacky. When the game developer's intention is to make a serious game wacky, then the shit falls off balance.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way you put it.
You feel me?
It's just like their wacky is like they don't know what type of wacky is gonna work. Instead of letting the community figure out what type of wacky is gonna work, they try to enforce it into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like on Saints Row when we was all running around with like Santa Claus beards and like face paint, platinum face piercings and big platinum chains and all that other shit. Like you couldn't foresee that. Like that wasn't designed to make it look like that. But that's how you knew who was getting money on there. It was just a thing amongst the community. And
like, yeah, this nigga OD for real.
Yeah, like this nigga's a hawk. Like anytime this nigga can afford a $2,500 nose platinum piercing, he got bread. He plays a lot of games. But like that's just little shit inside the community that you really can't foresee or pick up. It's just shit that happens. Like you said, like when it's organic, it'll be like it organically happens. Now, as a developer, you can take this, you could build upon it, or you could do certain shit to kind of push it aside. Like, you know, some developers, they'll actually try to get rid of certain shit that the community fucking with.
Oh yeah. And that's all the time when it comes to a lot of shit, to be honest. Like I guess because they don't want to make the shit like I don't know, like game developers trip me out for real. When it comes to a lot of shit for real, like how they actually want a nigga to enjoy that game for real. I feel like if once I pay my $60, my nigga, I can do whatever the fuck I want at that damn point.
But yeah, all in all, I think pretty much they should just let the community thrive and decide on how it goes. Like sometimes you try to lean into it too much or you try to pull back away from it and you completely ruin your game. Like if it comes to like certain weapons or something like that, let the new people come in and adjust to the speed of the community, not try to have the community readjust to accommodate new players. It's like when you
Facts.
do that, you isolate the people that really fuck with it, or you isolate the people that may be manipulating the glitch or exploit. But I believe that was why Saint Row was pretty dope. Like it had mad glitches and exploits that you just had to know and to be a part of the community. A certain shit that wasn't really designed in the game, but you know, it was little quirks and cues that you had to figure out to navigate the online and to be, you know what I mean, of some type of caliber of skill. It was like a whole different set of skills that you may not necessarily realize until you really start playing.
I was like, I think my favorite example for that would be like, for a lot of niggas that don't know what we're talking about, I guess like a good drawback would be like, remember the Call of Duty care package and emergency airdrop glitch?
Mm.
Like you had, because like you had to have skill, but you also had to have a certain knowledge on how to do that shit. You feel me?
Right.
And that was like almost the same way with Saints Row and shit. Like you had to have skill enough to at least kill like 8 motherfuckers, and then you had to at least pull that shit off in a designated location.
But past that, like you had a bunch of shit like pipe bomb glitching, AK shotting, Uzi
Oh yeah,
shotting, all the little stuff like that. Even inside of Call of Duty, like you need to know how to like do like certain jump spots, like how to get on top of the plane for terminal or some like, you know what I mean? It's little community things. So you don't patch this certain thing. Like you remember what was it? The zombie map where you could climb up on the board and sit on the table and go nuts.
facts.
Like certain shit like that in the community that the community find out, like you know what I'm saying, like you could kind of fuck your community over by doing certain shit like that. That's all I was trying to get at.
Okay.
What else we got on the docket, man?
Have you seen this Elden Ring? The hands-on preview for that shit?
Yeah, I think I seen bits and pieces of it way back when was it announced? I think they announced it when the console was first dropping on the E3, right?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Have they gotten any further along?
I ain't gonna lie, they got to the point where it was like a nice little trailer piece for it and shit, and I think it was mostly CGI, but
nah,
like,
we need see that was the last trailer was CGI. I want to see some gameplay, people.
yeah, I feel you. But I don't know, it is from like the Souls family.
Yeah.
So I know the gameplay is gonna be filthy.
Yeah. You
like
already
that.
know that shit's a given. Like I already know all that shit's a given. That's why I said I need to see that shit in action because we know what they did. Like that's the one thing when you make your mark to where you know you putting out quality shit. We ain't gotta second guess that shit.
See, but and that's the thing. Like, I love when it comes to games like that and shit. Like motherfuckers that actually take their time and actually for the perfection of a fucking game. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have no problem with a nigga talking about, yeah, we got a game, but we ain't gonna tell you when we gonna release it. You feel me?
Right.
Instead of having a nigga like hype when it comes to actual like anticipation for like pushback type losers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like literally like just looking at the game itself, like aesthetically, like the shit feels amazing. Like remember how I was just talking about earlier when it came to like Japanese influence?
Right.
This is one of those games like when that actual shit itself it just feels breathtaking how it just goes through how everything flows, my nigga. Like
Nah, I know what you
like,
mean. I
like,
totally
I
know
don't
what you
know,
mean.
it's-
I get what you're saying.
yeah, like
Just
if
like the
you ever
visuals
played
look
Dark
stunning.
Souls, yeah,
Nah,
like,
I was
if you
just
ever
like
played-
I was just looking at the trailer for Forza 5. You seen me off mic when we was getting this shit together.
oh, facts.
I was over there like, God damn, yo, this shit looks insane. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I totally before we get out of here, I definitely wanted to update the listeners on Dr. Disrespect Watch. That is right, people. We have been following the Dr. Disrespect case. As you may know, long-term fans, listeners of the show, we tried to keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on with Dr. Disrespect and the whole Twitch case. And apparently he's decided to come out and he is going to sue Twitch. He said, fuck that shit. Y'all niggas cost me a lot of bread and I need that. Like,
Ooh.
but you know what I'm hoping that happens when he starts suing? I really want to know what he got banned for. Like it has to come out now. Like it has to come out. It's getting messy now. We thought it would. Like I honestly thought that Twitch was gonna come out and say something way before this. I'm like, no, there's no way they don't say anything. But like these niggas literally tried to sweep this shit under the rug like it didn't happen. Like niggas haven't said anything about it since. How you just take a man's livelihood like that and don't tell him why? You can't do that. It's against the law.
Ain't even try it. That nigga with like no suspension or nothing for real. No little 3-day yada yada yada. No bulletins. Yeah, so I mean, hey yo, let your lawyer talk for you. You feel me? That's what the fuck niggas got him for.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have a good one because I know he
Thanks.
won all of that bread they took. I know that's why he was sitting back. Yo, he wasn't even saying nothing because he was just letting it run up like, yeah, And I lost that. How
Dang,
many
that's the
subscribers I
smart thing when
lost?
it comes to handling shit like that. Yo, just stay quiet, my nigga. Stay quiet and just pick your opportunity to pop a shot at a motherfucker.
He
And
is
that's gonna
going
be the
against a
shot.
juggernaut though.
Yeah, and that's the best thing to do for real. Like, yo, like stay humble, my nigga. And go on your YouTube, you feel me? Build up your shit on YouTube, you feel me? Get on the rival competitor platform for real. Shit on them niggas through that shit for real, you feel me? And just sit back and wait.
It's gonna come to him, I'm sure. Unless they got like a valid reason, they might start digging up some skeletons out this nigga closet or some
I
shit.
don't
Yo.
know. Like, see, that's the thing too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas, like, it's a good thing he's being quiet too, because niggas don't know what the fuck is going on. You
But I'm
feel me?
I'm I'm almost certain they have somewhere in that contract to avoid shit like this. That at any point in time, if we feel like you violated any issues pending back then or previously, they have the right to take you off of their service. I guarantee you it's in there somewhere. It might not be though. You might be right. You might got a good lawyer that's like, you know what? Forget all of that. We can argue this. Anybody that
Hmm.
knows that's all the law is, yo. You have to be able to argue the law.
Oh yeah, that's what lawyers are for, yo. They just argue at niggas,
Yeah.
yo, and argue and lie, argue and lie. They want to know what really happened, and once you tell them what really happened, they figured out a lie for that shit already, and they gonna argue that
There
shit
you
for you,
go,
my
yo.
nigga.
Half
Shouts out
truths
to all
and
the
whole
lawyers out there.
lies.
Facts, yo. That's all the information the media and everything is nowadays.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again for y'all. Half truths and whole lies. That's all the media is as well, including this show. That's why you should do your own research and figure out your own feelings about stuff.
Facts.
Don't take us for granted.
You just too high, niggas.
There you go. On a podcast. I read this other news. It kind of bummed me out that China's like limiting teens to like 3 hours of gaming, and then I found out it's
What?
3 hours of gaming per week. Like, dog, you know how
What?
long it's gonna take you to beat Red Dead at that rate? Like
3 hours per week?
per week, bro. I'm like,
That's 9 hours.
that's crazy, yeah.
Ah, son. And if it's
Okay.
3 weeks in a
You talking
month,
about a month? That's no 3 weeks in a
yes.
month though. What for? What February? February might got 3 months, but most of them got 4.
Yeah,
Some of
oh,
them
I
5.
don't know. I don't know.
We
My
two
ass.
extremely high niggas. Listen,
Yeah,
it's
don't take
late.
what I be saying for granted. Yeah, it is late, but shit still like nigga, that's fucked up though. Like man, fuck. Like is it because the energy crisis or is it because China just say you know what, yo,
Bro,
you
I don't
niggas
know.
having too much fun on Animal Crossing.
I think it's that. I think it's the latter, buddy. Niggas like, hey man, what's going on? Y'all niggas is chilling, yo. What's happening? Like we need
Oh,
work
y'all
to be
doing
done.
that?
Oh, word.
You playing
Look,
League of Legends?
it's probably somewhere with one big internet switch. All right, parental control in effect, nigga. Turn all of that shit off.
Yeah. Damn, yo, that's fucking wild, yo. And you know niggas in Asia love them some motherfucking League of Legends, motherfucking like Dota, motherfucking PUBG and all that
Listen,
shit
bro.
for real. They love that shit, yo. So I can imagine that shit just
They not playing with niggas. They're like, nah, y'all ain't gonna be no idiots. Like, we need these brain cells, yo. Y'all got the
But
power of the
yo, but then
future.
they be wondering why niggas be like having revolutions and be riding in the streets down there, yo. It's like, yo, you fucking with these niggas fucking like you fucking with these niggas, yo. Like,
Well, that's
let's
how. I
call a
mean,
spade a
that's how it
spade.
go. That's how it
You
happens.
feel me? You kick out all the females, so niggas can't even like fuck with no bitches for real. And then like once that shit happens and shit, it's just like, yo, come on, yo. Now you taking my video games, G?
It's just the way it goes, brother.
That's fucking wild, man. Man,
Shouts out to our channel listeners, man. We really
man,
appreciate it.
hell yeah, yo. If you getting it out the mud, listening to niggas over in China, yo, I fucks with you, my nigga. You feel me? Ni hao, my nigga.
Brazil, what's up? You know they go through similar shit. Brazil tap, man. Got
Facts,
shouts
facts,
out
facts.
Brazil.
I don't know how to speak Portuguese, but yeah, yo, shout out to my niggas in Brazil. I'm gonna find out how to say what's up.
But yeah, man, you got anything else you need to cover? You want to leave the people with
Um,
something they can take with them for the week?
shit, Dead Space. Have you heard about Dead
Oh
Space?
fuck that shit, nigga. Ho. Dead Space was my like, oh my lord. You want to talk about a fucking scary game? You can't play Dead Space by yourself at night. Like that game is
Facts.
different, bro. Like shit really creep up on you. Like that shit be so crazy.
And it
And it,
wasn't like your traditional zombie game for real.
yeah, I
Like you
love the
couldn't just
shooting
pop a
mechanics on
motherfucker
that
in the
shit.
head,
Yeah,
my nigga.
yo. The shooting mechanics on that shit, some of the guns, like all of that shit, bruh. I really wanted to get the new one because they had a foam finger gun on there that you could get. And you could run around and it goes bang, 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 bang. Like, I'm a fan of shit like that, bro. I love dumb shit like that. Yeah, I forgot all about. Thank you. We couldn't close this one without saying something about that shit. Fuck ass, yeah, I'm excited about that. That was literally
Facts.
one of the. That might have been. It was up there, and like in the categories of some of the first games I bought myself for my 360. Dead Space
Mm-hmm.
was one of them.
Mm.
Like I flew to the GameStop to get that shit, bro. Like I knew that was one of them. Like that's up there with the greats.
Yeah, I was saying in front of you, like, especially when it comes to like survival horror games, it's not
Hell yeah.
that many that actually is still out there that holds that weight.
And it's like packed in, cramped like that shit. You on a spaceship with this, like that shit is. I need more of that, yo. Like you want to talk about a different type of adventure, different type of story. Like you emerged and just entrenched in that shit, bro. Like you get that isolated feeling as soon as you drop in that game. Like
Mhm. I like games that make me feel like I'm a victim, yo. Like
yeah,
niggas
like nigga, you
say, I
ain't
don't give a
nothing,
fuck what
nigga.
niggas talk about, yo. Like I love me some Evil Within, yo. Like that game made me feel like a victim.
Nah, I know what you mean. You feel helpless as shit on there.
That's
Yo,
why niggas love Dark Souls.
yeah, that shit is torture though.
Yeah, you just know you can't walk in that bitch like Superman on your first run.
Oh, your second.
Or your third.
Like that shit is like I love games like that where you just get the most wildest out of here deaths. Like you're like, what the fuck, bruh? I remember I broke a 360 controller playing Dead Space, yo. Like I was doing something. I was the little fucking machines you would use to like upgrade your shit and all that other shit.
hmm
I'm coming off of one of them. I spin around. It's like the big blobby monster with all the arms and the legs hanging out his ass. Nigga,
hmm
I said, ah! And just threw my controller straight up in the air, yo. That shit scared the fuck out of me, yo.
Which
Like,
shit
all right,
was
let
it?
me get on this mission. I turn around, this nigga right there.
Alright, well, I had one of them moments when I broke the back piece of my shit for real, and I wasn't able to put no batteries in my shit. I had to get a
Mm.
whole new controller. It was when the little babies, you know, when you're using a little space pod and you go against the little
Right,
babies for
right,
the first
right.
time
Yeah, I
and
know
shit.
exactly what you're talking about.
And when one of the little motherfuckers jumped on me, you know how you do a little nervous twitch and shit, and
Right.
you just flick everything, but like my whole forehead went into the controller and shit, so it slammed it back down on the floor for real.
God damn.
Yeah, so like I don't know, but I damn sure had to spend that 30 to get a whole new controller for real and finish that shit. Yo, like
I feel you. It's one
it
of
was
them.
just one of them games.
For sure. Facts.
So I know them feelings like accidental like controller break-ins from like rage break-ins and shit.
Mm-hmm. I probably broke the most controllers playing fighting games though. Like not on no raging shit, just hitting buttons way too quick or hard. that I shouldn't been.
I was saying front you, I think for me it was like single player games, especially like during the PS2 era.
Uh-huh.
Jack and Dexter was famous for that shit. Like nigga, till this day, it's a running meme in my family. Yo, when I was playing Jack and Dexter, the little racing shit,
Oh yeah.
nigga, like for some reason, the third race, it wasn't even like the last race, but like the third race from the last for was the fucking hardest race, yo. And like, I literally slammed my controller in frustration out of that shit, yo. Broke a whole Mad Cat controller out that bitch,
Oh
yo.
shit, this is a mad cast. We won't trip over the Maddies. The Maddies got it the worst, yo. Like I used
Oh
to
yeah.
fuck some Mad Cat controllers up, yo. Them bitches was like $10, $15. Put a whole Mad Cat through the wall, nigga. Like, oh man. Shouts out to Mad Cats though. For real, for
Facts.
real. Especially on the fighting game tip, they had all the turbo controls, low key.
Mm-hmm.
Real niggas know. Oh man, but that's gonna do it for this one. It's been another hilarious, bright, colorful gaming edition of the Two Ninja Kickback gaming segment. Tone, what you want to leave the people with, my nigga?
Shit, my niggas. I don't know what day it is right now. I'm really that high right now. So just let you niggas know. Eat your fruits and veggies. You feel me? Drink your waters, all that good shit, my niggas. Shit. Also, just hit niggas up. You feel me? You feel me? We on the Discords. We on all the social medias and all that good shit. You feel me? Cam gonna give you the names for all that shit in a second. But I want you pussy ass niggas to know in the FGC community. You feel me? If you want that fade in the future, King of Fighters is coming out, and you know your boy is about that smoke. So I'm gonna holler at a couple niggas.
Nigga said he wants all the smoke. Yeah.
I'm gonna holler at a couple niggas.
Yeah, but like Tone was saying, you want to get at us, you want to link up with us, you want to, challenge Tone to any of the fighting games, any of that, you jump in the Discord. My man's is right there, live in the 5. You know how I go. You want to holler at us, that's where we at. The social media links, all of that, right in the Discord, right in the description below. All you have to do is hit the description, hit the 3 buttons or whatever you are, wherever you consume this at, however you got to do to get to the description of this. Discord link is right there and there. You can join the party.
Combat is cross-platform.
And on that bombshell, that's different. That's different.
I'm about to run a fade with PlayStation niggas. There we go.
That's gonna be different right there. We out of here. We appreciate y'all. Until afterthoughts.